The UK's High Court has just ruled the government requires parliamentary approval before it can trigger Article 50 to officially begin that process of Britain quitting the EU. With the details, we're now joined live by Anastasia Churkina from our London studio. And Anastasia, thanks for staying across the story. What do you know so far about the decision and indeed those repercussions?
Of course, this is a crucial, closely watched and highly anticipated decision by the UK High Court, and frankly, one of the first decisions so far after months and months of speculation about how the Brexit conundrum is going to unravel. This kind of outlines what is going to happen next, at least. What we do know, of course, is the High Court decided that the MPs here in the UK have to weigh in on when and how the Article 50 of the European Treaty is going to be triggered, something that the UK government, certainly Theresa May, we're hoping they're going to be able to do themselves. And this ruling again dipped the country into uncharted waters because it was obviously something that's unprecedented and based off of UK's unwritten constitution. And this was something that everybody here in the UK was watching very closely. Of course, clearly the UK government is disappointed when it comes to this decision.
Brexit means Brexit, and we're going to make a success of it.
Well, we do know that the government has said they're going to appeal this decision of the High Court, sending this case straight to the Supreme Court, and a date has already been set aside for that at the Supreme Court. This is a hearing that's going to be taking place at the beginning of December, and we have also heard that the government said they're actually going to continue to insist that Article 50 will be triggered by March 2017. Now, if the Supreme Court does support this idea that MPs need to weigh in on exactly how things continue moving forward, the question there is going to be how it is the MPs are going to be acting, because of course lots of people here are saying that the MPs must stick with the opinion of the people, respect the results of the referendum, but we also have to keep in mind that in the time leading up to the referendum it was very clear that the majority of MPs here in Britain did not support a Brexit, and we've been hearing already, for example, from Nigel Farage, of course one of the main Leave campaigners, saying that he fears a betrayal. He's been talking about how he fears there's going to be a half Brexit and how he continues initiating a campaign yet again if there's no clear Brexit by 2019. So really a lot now at stake in terms of what the Supreme Court decides and how the MPs decide to act. So far, lots of Twitter activity on this topic here in the country, with one Twitter user, for example, suggesting that if the Supreme Court continues to stick with this decision, the government is going to basically have to address the European Court of Justice, which is, of course, very ironic given this whole situation.
Indeed, just imagine the headlines if that does happen. And Anastasia Churkina from London bringing us the latest on the thickening Brexit saga.